From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's a Friday, January 22nd, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. We begin tonight with a first look at our forecast. The snow is just hours away, but with all the different weather models out there, what can we really expect? Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacic, who is back in the Weather Center just in time for this big storm. Joe?
Thank you very much, Ann. Well, the further south you live, that's where you're going to see more of the snow. The further north you live, that's where you're going to see less of amounts of snow. Here's a look at the travel cameras, and things looking pretty good at this 5 o'clock hour so far for traveling. That's the good news. Now on our winter weather awareness graphic, got those winter weather advisories posted for a lot of our viewing area, and that's an indication where some of the lighter snowfall amounts will fall. Notice up toward the northern tier of PA, up through this region through here, nothing, really nothing at all. They may get away without seeing anything. Down toward the south, winter storm warnings and even blizzard warnings. Parts of New Jersey down through DC could be seeing as much as 1 to 3 feet of snow. Pretty good storm system packing a punch as it makes its way toward the north and east. We bring this a little bit closer to home, Live 35 Skycast Doppler, and you can see for yourself. Down toward the south, some of that snow starting to fall, moderate to some heavier snow. Much of this in through here still is not reaching the ground, but notice you go up toward the northern tier of Pennsylvania, up through this region through here, nothing going on. In fact, they may be getting away with seeing nothing, maybe just a couple of flakes. That's about it. Wind speeds, not too much of a factor so far, generally 5 to as much as 10 miles per hour, but as we go into tomorrow, that's when winds are going to kick up 15, 20, 25 miles per hour. We're going to be looking at some wind gusts, maybe about 30 or so miles per hour, especially here in the higher elevations. So the stage is set. It is cold enough for snow. It's going to be all snow as we go through tonight and as we go into tomorrow. Temperature-wise right now, holding in the 20s. I'll bring out the storm stats page and let you know the snowfall amounts and everything you need to know about this storm coming up in just a few. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Good to have you back for this storm. We'll check in later. Well, all across the Northeast, people are preparing for this upcoming storm by heading to their local grocery store to stock up on food items. WYLN's Gary Perna is live for us tonight at DPW Garage in Klein Township, where they are all geared up for the storm. Good evening, Gary.
Good evening, and we are live outside the Klein Township DPW where their crews are preparing for the snowstorm that's bound to hit our area any time now. Now, those crews are getting ready, but earlier today we found people getting ready for the snowstorm by buying their bread, their milk, and their eggs.
You've heard the saying for most of your life, get the bread, milk, and eggs, and it's usually said right before a major snowstorm. Well, that's what many people were doing as they were shopping at Gulls Shore Save Supermarket in Sugarloaf.
French toast, I mentioned today in the newspaper that people buy bread, milk, and eggs. Well, what do you make with bread, milk, and eggs? You make French toast. So we started calling it the French toast principle.
WYLN stopped by and spoke with owner John Carr about the rush of customers right before the big storm.
We've been watching the storm all week to see what was actually going to happen, when it was going to actually happen. And it's been on and off. If you look at the weather reports, you never know. But we were prepared beginning of the week. We knew it was coming. We got extra bread in. We got extra milk. We ordered heavier on eggs. Our wholesaler already has told us that they're probably not delivering tomorrow. So we've got some good situations going, but we'll handle it.
Kara said there was an increase in people getting what they needed the last few days before the storm hits. But Kara said don't worry, they will still be open on Saturday.
Oh, absolutely. We'll be open on time. We plow our own parking lot. We take care of our own stuff. We will be open on time.
But it wasn't only bread, milk, and eggs people were coming for. Kara said many were coming for other necessity food items to fill up their food pantries and their bellies for the cold winter weekend that is upon us, like this couple from Freeland.
I'm here to stock up on some mini long johns that are delicious here at Gold's and just get ready for the snow. Don't expect to be in that long, but I guess we'll have enough food.
Her husband, Rob, was also making sure they have what they needed before the storm hits.
Getting milk, eggs, we're getting all ready for the football game, and we're stocking up because the snow's coming and we want to stay warm because we'll be inside.
Rob said he is used to this cold winter weather.
I live in Freeland, so we're used to the snow. we're pretty used to it, but supposedly we're getting a lot of snow, so hopefully it won't be as much as they say it is.
Well, now back here live at Klein Township, like I said, crews are getting ready. Most DPW crews across the area are prepared for this snowstorm. Many municipalities already have snow bans going into effect at midnight tonight. Make sure you check with your local municipality. Stay with WYLN. Throughout the night, we will be bringing you updates as we get them in, and of course, we'll be scrolling with our winter weather computer all the information you need to know to stay ahead of this storm. Tonight, we're live in Klein Township. Gary Perna, WYLN News.
State police had Church Street between 7th and 8th Streets blocked off to traffic as they reconstructed the scene of a fatal car accident that happened early Thursday morning. City police say a blue Pontiac Sunfire driven by 55-year-old Jerome Senkovich of Plymouth and a gray Audi 8 driven by Eddie Casado of Hazleton collided. Police say Sienkiewicz was headed east on 8th Street and tried to turn right onto Church when he was hit by Casado, who was headed south on Church. Casado fled the scene following the crash because he did not have a valid driver's license, but he later went to the hospital on his own. Sienkiewicz was rushed to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, where he died in the ER from his injuries. That investigation is still continuing. One of 3 people wanted for an alleged theft at Gold Shore Save Supermarket in Sugarloaf has been arrested. The theft occurred on January 19th. Police say Gregory Trago is facing theft charges. He was apprehended wearing the same sweatshirt he was wearing in the surveillance video. A second man has also been identified. His name is Jesse Moore. He will also face theft charges. Sugarloaf Township Police say they want to thank everyone who came forward in helping to identify those individuals. Hazleton police are investigating a break-in at J&J Fish and Meat Market on North Wyoming Street and Tamarack Streets Thursday morning. About 5 a.m., someone damaged the front door in effort to get inside, then smashed a window and got inside. The theft emptied the cash register and stole money, which was pinned on a wall. Anyone with information is asked to call City Police at 570-459-4940. Police in Hazleton are investigating the use of counterfeit money. According to police, the money was passed throughout the city over this past week. Businesses are advised to remain vigilant and check all bills for counterfeit. Police did not specify which amount was used as counterfeit. Anyone who may come across one of those bills is asked to call police in Hazleton at 570-459-4940. The State Department of Education has given the okay for split schedules at Coughlin. Wilkes-Barre Area School District Superintendent Dr. Bernard Pevenet says they will start in the fall. Split schedules will bring 2 grades in for morning classes and 2 in the afternoon. Students will attend classes at the renovated Macklin Elementary. 9th and 10th grade students started going there after Christmas break. Split schedules is one of 3 options still being discussed: other modular classrooms and buying or leasing a nearby building to house half the students while sending the other half to Mackin. He says the district will hold a special meeting February 1st to get input from parents of Coughlin students. A fire outside of St. Clair in East Norwegian Township Thursday afternoon. It broke out late afternoon in the house on Sunshine Street. It appears insulation wrapped around a pipe started burning somehow. No one was injured. 3 fire victims plan to stay with relatives. A Nesquehoning attorney charged with robbing a bank at the Fairlane Village Mall near Pottsville is out of jail after a judge reduced his bail. 57-year-old Stephen Cormier is facing a list of counts: 12 felony counts of robbery, 12 felony counts of terroristic threats, and several related charges. He was arrested in October after the holdup, but Schuylkill County Judge James Goodman reduced his bail from $100,000 cash to $5,000 unsecured. No trial date has been set. Cormier has been an attorney for over 30 years and was employed by the Kovach Corporation in Nesquehoning as in-house legal counsel since 1984. But things went wrong. The Internal Revenue Service filed a tax lien against Cormier for over $24,000 last year. His law license was suspended in September by the disciplinary board of the Supreme Court for failing to pay $200 annual fee required of all lawyers admitted to practice in Pennsylvania. Well, coming up next, how are you prepared for that storm? Just like we spoke with our Gary Perna about, but that and much more coming up here on WYLN.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, weather with meteorologist Joe Garbacik, sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Grand Central helps make your place the place where comfort is king and style rules the day. The place where dinner time is family time and bedtime is beautiful. Right now on all furniture and bedding, the price on the floor is the price to your door. No tax, no delivery, no inflated prices, no kidding. Plus up to 36 months interest-free financing. Grand Central, helping make your place home.
Boy, I hope I win tonight.
Why?
It's tax time, and I have to get my taxes done.
Well, why don't you try Honest Abe's tax service? The most you'll pay is $75 to $125. They say don't stress, pay less.
What's that name again?
Honest Abe's Business and Tax Service. 310 South Church Street, Hazleton, 570-861-8297.
Hi, I'm Donna Palermo, Secretary of Palermo Heart to Heart. We are now recruiting businesses, nonprofits, and individuals who carry beads of courage to encourage children or teens who have cancer or who are coping with other serious chronic illnesses to participate in the program. Inside each Carry a Bead kit is a matched bead set. Every time you carry a bead, you connect with the child. You keep and collect the other bead as a symbol of your commitment to care. If you or your business would like to participate in Beads of Courage, please visit our website listed on the screen.
The 38th Annual American Cancer Society Telethon is right around the corner, and this week on Topic A with Gary Perna, we'll hear from two of the co-chairs for this event. Jane Doherty and Clemmy Yamona stopped in to talk about what you can expect this year at the telethon.
Things are going very well, Gary. We will be kicking off with the Hazleton Area High School Band, as usual. They bring lots of energy to our telethon. We have dance studios, we have karate groups, we have a fiddler. He's been with us for a number of years. We have vocalists, pianists, duets, trios. We are also going to have a fashion show again this year, but it'll be a little bit different. Old Navy has graciously agreed to provide fashions for us, and it's going to be a family fashion show. So you may see a daddy-daughter duo or a mommy-daughter duo, and that's going to be something new and unusual. We also have a health fair, free health fair. We'll probably have 15 or 16 vendors there, and that will be going from 11 to 2. And we have turkey trays, hundreds of turkey trays. Hazleton area loves their turkey trays. A very nice bake sale. We have a children's art project going on right now. We like to think that our telethon is very much an educational tool.
The mission statement: to raise funds to enable the Greater Hazleton Area Unit of the American Cancer Society to continue its services to the community with greater awareness of the unit services, increase the community's knowledge of cancer prevention and detection through professional and also public education. And it has become about, because it has fulfilled its scope from the very beginning. And we're very pleased, and isn't it wonderful this year that our theme is on the road to wellness, and we're going to the Wellness Center.
The telethon will be held on Saturday, February 27th from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. at the Health and Wellness Center at Hazleton. Of course, WYLN will be broadcasting the entire event live. Stay tuned for more details. Well, coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast and details on this upcoming snowfall. Plus, a look at a special event in the 5th year that takes students out of the classroom and onto the slopes. That and much more coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
WYLN TV 35 has strong ties to the community, as evident in its commitment to important causes like the American Cancer Society and Helping Hand Society telethons. WYLN's commitment to northeastern Pennsylvania continues with a broadcast of Hazelton's Funfest Parade and both the Christmas and St. Patrick's Day parades in Wilkes-Barre. In the summer, we broadcast the Weatherly and Giants of Spare Hill Climb, and throughout the year, we provide important community services through the broadcast of town meetings, school board meetings, election night coverage, and other events. WYLN, we're your local network.
Well, it's very quiet on this Friday evening. That's not going to be the case as we head through tonight and as we go into tomorrow, as some snow will be heading in our direction. Let's take a look at all the information you need to know. Starting with this particular graphic, we can call this the calm before the storm system. It's kind of a nice day today. It wasn't too bad temperature-wise, a little bit chilly, but we didn't have to really worry about any precipitation. A little bit of some light snow we had earlier and a little bit of some flurries, but that pretty much is about it. But the stage is set now for some snow. If you look down toward the south and east, that's where they've been dealing with some of the snow and even a mixture of precipitation overspreading those particular areas. And that, my friends, is making its way up toward the northeast. And speaking of the northeast, we got those winter weather advisories posted for a lot of our viewing area. And this is, again, this is an indication right through here that this is going to be where the lighter snowfall amounts will fall, generally north of Interstate 80. South of Interstate 80, the heavier amounts will fall. Hence, you got some of those winter storm warnings which continue to be posted. Well, we break out the winter storm stats page once again. And again, with these models, just a little bit of a shift in this storm will make a big difference this time around. So generally north of Interstate 80, about 1 to 4 inches. Northern tier of PA probably won't see anything. Further south you go, generally about a 4 to an 8 inch rain. Again, it's going to be all snow. It's going to turn windy as well. The start time generally between 7 to midnight. 7 generally further toward the south, and the midnight as you go further toward the north, close to the northern tier of PA. Like I said, they may get gypped by not seeing anything whatsoever. Winds are going to increase as we head into tomorrow, 15, 20 or so miles per hour, wind gusts up to 30. Temperatures generally holding in the 20s. And again, that track is a key element because that's going to determine just exactly where the heavier amounts will fall and where literally nothing will fall. Much of this, again, not even reaching the ground at this time. 18 degrees, our live Lehigh tire conditions outside our television station in Hazelton. Temperature-wise right now, throughout the entire state of Pennsylvania. Take a look at these numbers. Hey, they're looking in the 20s for the most part, below freezing. Here comes the precipitation spreading toward the north and east, and it will continue to do so through tonight as we head into tomorrow. And then finally it moves out of here by, say, 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow night. This whole thing's going to be out of here. But before all is said and done, it looks like we could see a couple of inches of snow. Winds start to pick up as we head into tomorrow. And again, wind gusts in excess of these numbers that you see. And in terms of snowfall amounts, this is one of the models. This is a pretty good range, I think, and this is a good model to go by because as you can see for yourself, further north you go, that's where you see the lesser amounts. The Interstate 80 borderline, that's a key point because look at further south. You see those numbers on the increase. Pretty much I'm out of time, so you're going to have to wait for that 7-day forecast. But the big news is the snow for tomorrow. But what's after that? You'll get all the details a little bit later on. Stick around.
Volunteer Income Tax Assistance is a program that allows dedicated volunteers to receive functional training from the IRS beginning in December through mid-January to help prepare basic tax returns in communities across the country. No previous experience or knowledge of taxes is required. You'll get specialized training, or you can choose a volunteer role that doesn't require tax law certification. The hours are flexible, the training is free and convenient, and the time commitment is up to you. VITA sites are also conveniently located at community and neighborhood centers, libraries, schools, or additional locations. How can you make a difference? Simple. Help your community in preparing taxes free of charge by becoming a volunteer with the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. Learning to prepare taxes is a way to give back to the community and gain a valuable skill set. And it is a great resume builder. Interested or want to learn more? Contact Diane Connolly or King Ajay Frimpong. Volunteering, putting your best foot forward.
Superheroes and young athletes converged at Eagle Rock Resort today for an annual Olympic event. Our Julie Stefanovich has more.
The 2016 Special Olympics were hosted today by Eagle Rock Resort. The theme this year was superheroes, and all of the students who participated today had the chance to meet and greet with their favorite characters and also dress up as them. It's the 5th year for the event, and it takes months of planning by the Hazleton Area School District, Misericordia, and Eagle Rock.
It's something that really kind of warms our hearts and the community, and we get a lot of involvement from obviously the children, the teachers, paraprofessionals, all the therapists here at Hazleton Area School District, as well as the students from Misericordia University and the community members at Eagle Rock. It brings to light the things that they learn in the classroom, and see it in real life, and to see what we're working so hard to do every day in school. And it takes a lot of years to get through an occupational therapy program, and it gives them a lot of hope and understanding of where they're going to be at the end of this, which is helping these kids with special needs, and just the smiles on their faces make it all worthwhile.
There were 55 third-year occupational therapy students who volunteered their time with the Special Olympians.
Oh, they're awesome. Everyone just looks up at you like you're so great, and some of them just give you hugs and want to be with you and look up to you.
Okay, so I've just been here. We're taking pictures with the kids. The kids love it. They've been coming up and high-fiving all of us all day. So it's been great for them to see like their favorite superheroes. And just be able to take pictures of us and have fun.
Over 100 students from the school district's specialized classroom participated today, including Lakeisha Hanley.
I'm having fun with my friends. I'm doing everything, like going on the slopes and going to paint our faces and all that stuff.
We also spoke with HASD physical therapist Ann Tremuck.
This day is just wonderful because these students usually don't have access to this type of activity. So it's a wonderful day. Eagle Rock provides us with facilities. They take time and effort to make the snow hills for us, to open up their base lodge. And these students, these kids are able to do something that they never get a chance to do with the snow tubing, the sledding. It's just a terrific day.
All of today's young athletes at the 2016 Olympics received an award because all of the students are winners and true superheroes. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Coming up next, Eric DeBardinis is in with sports. All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Hi, I'm Bill Washko. Join me for Let's Talk Chiropractic when our guest, Rick Ryder, professional wrestler, will be on with Dr. Stacy and Dr. John. Only on WYLN TV 35.
Basketball games originally scheduled for Friday were either moved back or up due to the threat of snow. However, there is one game happening tonight. That's Hazleton at Berwick boys basketball. Later on, we'll have the highlights, but for now, we take a look back at last night in the hardwood. The Wyoming Valley West and Dallas girls both 4-2 in conference play, playing in Plymouth. First quarter, the Lady Spartans' Jordan Riley power dribble up and in for two. Here, it's the Lady Mounts racing on the other end, and Gabby Smirchko finishes with contact. However, Valley West getting it done outside and inside en route to a 57-34 victory. We go over to Nanacoke now, who enters riding a 19-game conference winning streak, hosting Hanover. The Trojanettes' Lisa Radziak pull up. The closeout is late, and the three is good. This is a money move in the post right here from Gianna Roberts. Turn and glass. Then Amber Grohowski lining up from beyond. Buckets, and Nanacoke makes it 20 in a row in the WVC with a 73-36 win. From WYLN's live broadcast of Hazleton and Berwick girls, first quarter Lady Cougars, Maddie Morocco left open from 18, book it. But then the Lady Dogs, Reese Mensinger, stop and pop to even things at 6 points apiece. Then it's Hazleton trying to build back a lead, and they're able to do so. A very favorable roll there for Alyssa Shimani. Then Morocco tacking on more by attacking the basket. The pressure too much for Berwick. Mackenzie Uri comes up with a steal, hits a jumper, and it's a 71-51 Hazleton W. We transition now to the Schuylkill League. North Schuylkill hosting Allentown Central Catholic. The teams trading threes to start. Jess Davis from the wing. That's good for the Viking Nets. Then the Lady Spartans find Waverly Snyder in the corner, and she connects from deep, 3 apiece. Here, it's 1,000-point scorer Tiffany Lepotsky making good use of her body down low and finishing underneath for 2. Avery Jordan with the next deuce for North Schuylkill as they take an early advantage and go on to win 53-45 the final. Schuylkill League boys, a crucial Division III battle with Marion at Shenandoah. The Blue Devils trailing in the third quarter, but this 3 from Isaiah Alvarez, that helps. Then it's Ian McColl, the senior, doing things for himself. Drive for 2 points plus the foul. Shenandoah down just 27-24. McColl with another score, but ultimately it's Marion that comes up with the victory by just 1 bucket. 41-39 is your final. Stay tuned, coming up, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at your forecast.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
WYLN is proud to announce a huge technical upgrade to our channels that will bring a better digital picture and expanded coverage area to viewers all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. In addition to Channel 35.1 in Hazleton, you can watch a crystal clear picture in Berwick and Columbia County on Channel 47.1 and in East Stroudsburg on Channel 24.1. And we're proud to announce Pennsylvania's newest TV station, Channel 9.1 in Williamsport, serving Lycoming, Montour, Northumberland, and Union counties. Now more than ever, WYLN is your local network.
Well, here comes the snow tonight as we go into tomorrow. This is going to be all snow. We won't have to worry about a mix whatsoever. It's also going to start to turn windy. In terms of the snowfall timing, generally between 7 to midnight. Again, as you go further toward the north, that's when it's going to be closer to, say, 10, 11, 12. As you go further south, that's when it's going to be about 7, 8 o'clock or so. Some of that you see on radar is still not even reaching the ground. It's going to end as we head into tomorrow evening. Then the winds are going to start to pick up. We're looking at 10, 20, 25 mile per hour winds with some wind gusts in excess of that. For the storm, generally temperatures should stay in the 20s. And again, 1 to 4 and 4 to 8 if you're south of Interstate 80. And as you go further toward the northern tier of PA, may get by without seeing anything, maybe just a couple of snow flurries. That pretty much is about it.
Yeah, I'm right there in Schuylkill County.
Yeah, you're going to be on the higher amounts down in Schuylkill County.
And of course, I'm up on a mountain. The town that I am in, I'll put this up on a mountain, so the wind.
And you'll get the blowing of the snow tomorrow, too.
No, it'll
so
look like it's like
time.
12 feet out there after 5 feet fall with all the wind. But it's good to have you back, Joe.
Good to be back.
Yeah, right in time for this storm.
Yeah, how about that?
Just in the clutch. It's when he closes, right? All right, well, be careful out there. If you plan on traveling, if you have to, be careful.